Good day, beautiful people. Welcome back to today's edition of Get Through Show, your favorite YouTube show. And today we bring you good tidings. And what topic are we talking about today? Why do men get over breakups so fast? Like, why do we guys move on to the next one so fast? Let's talk about this. Welcome back, guys. I told you I have amazing people right here in the studio. On my far right, I have your boy, David the Tunji. And my immediate right, I have your girl, Yoli. And in my left hand side, I have your boy Ori, the young man there. It's your boy Victor Chibuzo. Guys, you already know about the topic. Why do men get over breakups so fast? Like, why do we move on to the next one so quickly, so fast? I'll start with your boy Tunji. Tunji, you already know the topic. Don't say,
Why you guys? Why you started with me?
No, I just want to start with you because
Right, it's good, yeah.
You always have a lot to say.
No, but first of all, that's whoever that is giving us that statement is a lie. It's not that men's move on quickly. It's a lie. Like, talking from a man's point of view, the difference between us and the female is that women are emotional, right? But men are also emotional when he takes you on that journey, on that path of him being emotional. So we can hide it, right? Now, when you sit the same man that tells you that I move on quickly, when you sit him down and say, okay, let's talk about how your relationship went between this, and this. When you touch the part, if you can penetrate him into that part, then you realize that no, he hasn't really moved on emotionally. So there is nothing like men move on faster or women move on faster. I think what helps people move on quicker depends on what breaks the relationship, in my opinion.
If it's something that is not really...
No, like whatever. It's just that, in my opinion, the cause of the breakup per time determine how quick we both can move on faster. And when we say move on faster, I also always want to define it. Are we saying heal in the part of healing, or just moving on as a damaged person?
Correct.
No. But when it comes to that, it means healing and ready to.
No, Vic, it means healing to you. But to other people, moving on faster is not healing. They are not healed. They still carry the damages, like bleeding on people who didn't cut them. Yeah. So some people just want to go in terms of, and it's difficult when, I think in the course of the show, when it's my turn again, I'll tell you that it's difficult because some people are even scared of processing what they've been through. Is the worst thing that can...
What do you mean by that? Like,
okay, now, let's say I just came out of a very difficult, toxic relationship. Instead of me to sit down and process it, and like, okay...
Processing you mean by working on yourself?
Yeah, it might not be yourself, like healing. Okay. Process, like, okay, look, this has happened, I need to heal. Okay, this is the area where I also F up. This is the area where I need to work. So people don't want to go into that space. Because when you go into that space, the memories start coming again. A lot of people are scared of that. So people just want to block that and just jump to the next person and jump to the next person.
And you know what? I really believe in what you said. Behind the scene, we were just talking about this topic, me and Yoli and Junior. And I told them, like, it takes me a year or two to get on to the next one, So they feel like it's too long. I have to check where I messed up. I have to check where I have to work on myself and all that. So it takes me like a year to get myself. I don't know if I'm just talking about me.
Vic, this is what I wanted to get. Don't let anybody take the power of your own decision from you. Yes, exactly. So like I said, mine can be more than 2 years. Mine may be more than 1 year, 2 years. Like I said, it all depends. Okay, imagine when you break up from a relationship whereby you give every of your all to this particular girl. And then it is glaring inside of you. You are so in control of who you are, and you are deliberate and direct in what you do. That's how I am. If I'm in a relationship, I'm deliberate and direct. I don't date for fun. So if I'm dating you, I'm letting you know, okay, I do all my best. When you do your best to a point where your conscience knows that you've done your best. But now the person is just there playing themselves. That wouldn't take me 2 years. That wouldn't take me 6 months. I quickly understand that, no, this is not me. This is a damaged person.
We're the same in that aspect, because if you can remember, I told you that the reason why I take a year or two to get into another relationship is because when I love someone, I love like there's no tomorrow.
all out.
Like I know I fall deeply in love if I'm in love with someone. You remember I told you that? And when you disappoint me in a certain way, it takes me a whole year or two. You understand? Because I don't wanna be that person that thinks like the next one will be like my past. Do you get what I mean? So I take time to get on to the next one. So I don't know for other people. And I think I need to start also with Ori. Ori, what do you have to say about this?
Yeah, as for me, I think you guys are on the right path too. Even the science statistics shows by the University College of London that the man takes longer to move on than the women. Because they try to interview people around the world, like about 96,000 countries or something like that. Yeah. So they went all over the countries, begin to interview to know our people. I think I've also been through something like that. So I know what they are talking about or what you guys are saying, and it's really hard. You, as a man, when you put, because what we are saying about, this is not about just like maybe one night stand or you met like, if you are in deep relationship, you guys have been building for like maybe a year, 2 years, 3 years or so.
But Ori, I will not date a girl for 3 years, 4 years.
No,
You see, let me tell you something. You don't say you don't say that, because maybe now, when you look at your age, okay, what about people like maybe they are 21 and they go to get married immediately and then they go to begin courtship? To 25, 26, 27, you understand? Yeah. But what about people that went to the same school together that they are being, you understand? So there is a process.
I'll never date, either I'm 21 or 22. Maybe now. I'll never date a girl for 3 years. So if I date you more than 2 years and I didn't put a ring on it, no, I will not marry you.
Well, maybe now, but we see people. We see people. So now, all these things now, you've invested everything in you, in that relationship. And maybe there was a mistake. That mistake came from the lady's side. And you just felt the guy will just, in the next tomorrow, no. It take a while. You have to, what did I do? What happened? You have to check yourself. Am I right? Did I do the right thing? You check the whole thing and see. And it takes like more than 1 year. It depends on how strong you are. And if you are that kind of person, because let me tell you, when it happened to me, I swear down to God Almighty, for 1 good year, I never tell anybody. I swear down. Because I feel like if I share it with one person, there will be problem. Yeah. So I kept it. I went back home during that moment. Some of my friends were like, Papa, no, they do like this. No picture, no posting, nothing. So the guy was, he doesn't get it straight. It's not something is going on. So when I came back, he was like, Papa, what's happening? Blah, 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 blah. I said, no, I don't just feel like, I still kept it. So after 1 year, that I think I'm okay, then I called them and I shared, I said something like this, but I don't know the, so you understand. So if you are not strong enough, you can go with it. Yeah. Because you'll be remembering everything you've done in the relationship that makes everything to be right in your own position. You understand? And it's not right in their own side. You understand? And so I think for me, because the lady, she moved on quickly in that situation. So if I'm going to say something about this topic, I'll still be referring to that kind of moment, right? Because it's the experience I share. So you understand? So I feel in my own perspective and what I know, ladies move on quickly than men.
No, guys, let's be clear. My stand is that it is a lie that men move on quickly, but that doesn't mean that ladies move on quickly. I don't agree with that. I'm just saying that nobody should say women move, but so I'm not taking, my thing is men doesn't move on quickly from a man's perspective. So maybe Yoli will educate us on if women move on quickly.
Okay.
Okay, Yoli, let's hear from you.
I think the difference also.
And you look so beautiful and different today.
Oh, thank you.
Your hair is down. Your hair is down today.
Oh, thanks. Thank you. I think the difference between males and females is that the reason why it might seem that men take a while to get over the breakup is because during the breakup, right, a woman is a communicator, right? They voice out things that they don't like and everything else. So for her, she identifies the problem while she's in the relationship. Whereas for a man, that identifying the problem often comes after, when he's realized it is a point at where it's breaking up. Then the woman, after she's identified in the midst of the affair, she tries by all means to rectify. She just wants you to communicate. She wants to find out what's wrong, why, whatever the period, whatever the breakup could be, whatever reason it could be. I do know for certain women, they always want to, find out how can I correct it, because they've already identified the problem, and they break up actually starts within the relationship, right? And then for some time she questions that, does this person love me? Right? Then she's always in a quest of trying to prove how much you love her. Then that's often where the peak of the breakup is at, because you know that once you start questioning each other's love, you are bound to go for a breakup, right? Then you'll have that big disagreement. Then when that breakup eventually happens, she has already, predetermined that it is going to go for a breakup. She's prepared herself emotionally. She's prepared herself mentally.
So that's to say she just moved on.
No, that's not to say she moves on. She then has to face the actual breakup. And that's the heartbreak. She then realized that she's first faced with the guilt of knowing that this was going to be a breakup. I think with men, you sometimes often, not all men obviously, but usually if we look at an argument between a man and a woman, often a man is quite surprised that this person, it's always a shock to them, when it gets to the breakup stage. Unless maybe an event or something had happened. And then men obviously can't take something and then they decide to end the relationship. But I'm talking in an aspect where a couple have been going through like some hardship before the breakup.
So what you're trying to say now, Yuli, and wow, that's really powerful. So which means the process when the woman was communicating, trying to let your head down.
Yes.
Somewhere, somehow, she's now getting prepared in her mentally that, okay, this can lead to, because this guy is not listening.
Probably she's already waiting for that, because she have seen and know that
She's getting prepared
She's getting prepared
for the final results.
that time, and then when the actual breakup happens, right, she actually mourns the fact that she couldn't be able to save that relationship, even though she tried, right? Then she also mourns the fact that she's shunned upon. When we break up, Vic, right, they're most likely to look at me, who's failed the relationship, than to look at you. You know what I mean? Because the perception society has is,
always the women.
yes, how couldn't she have kept that man? Like, we seem to having to keep these people. You know what I mean?
Now with these examples you're giving, now we're talking about good women with conscience.
Yeah.
Yes, correct.
Yeah.
I just had to put that out there. We're talking about good women that still have conscience.
Okay, correct.
When they are saying all those things, talking, which guy we feel reluctant to, when we are going through something like that, to be, it's not in our lifestyle
To communicate, correct.
So in between of doing all those things, while she was doing all those things, she's getting healed. She was preparing herself to be say, okay, I want to move on. But while a guy, after her,
No, but I think at this time, if you are 25, 26, 27, and if you've been an adult for the past 5, 6, 7 years, stand to be corrected. I think you should get to a point where you know that there are so many things we need to unlearn as men. There is no way, it's just part of what we're just talking about now. You need to break out of society that try to make you feel like you need to hide your emotions to be a man. Yeah. You need to break out from society that makes you feel like you're not a man, you're not man enough because you can't provide some certain things at the moment. Correct. Listen to this, at the moment. Not like you're not going to be able to, just at the moment. And you need to also unlearn the fact that, men can listen. I mean, I just had a breakfast this morning and then I saw people close to me sitting in the restaurant. this Indian man sitting opposite his daughter. For the entire time that I was eating, it was just like this, just listening to the daughter. And that makes me feel so, so good, because we need to listen more. And we need to get to the point where we need to understand that I've come to that realization. Women see things more than us.
Yes.
Women take risk more than us. So if your woman is telling you that the social person that you are moving with is not the person, you need to start retrieving it. You may not act quickly because we are arrogant, ego, like nobody, but it's a lie, because it's a relationship. Relationship is meant to expose the parts that you don't even know you had. Yeah. If you're in a relationship with somebody you love, you realize that so many qualities you think you had, you don't have them. But it exposes you, and that's the beautiful part about it. Yes, it teaches you. But the thing is, now, everything we're saying will make sense. Like I said, that it depends on what breaks the relationship. Yoli, if cheating breaks the relationship,
when you look at the percentage of men out there committing suicide because of relationship, and so in relationship, in times of relationship, there are more than women out there. Of course. So that's that record alone shows that men takes longer to heal themselves from breaking up or from disappointment in a relationship.
Yeah, I think it's what Tunji is trying to say.
Yes, and I also think, Vic, right, we should now not take it in. We should now need to, and that start from me and you, Vic. That start from me and you, start from Ori. That if you come to me and like, Tunji, there's something I'm going through, my response shouldn't be, hey man up. No. My response should be, I need to listen to you and be there with you, and then we can navigate it together. Look, cheating makes it, like, if a relationship breaks or events happen, like Yoli said, I've been in a dark place. I don't pray for anybody to be there. When someone cheats on you, it lowers your self-esteem.
Not only you.
Yeah, like you feel like, and especially, so it takes, look, it takes different kind of mindset, different kind of, look, yeah, it take, like, one of my writers said something quickly before I round up, Jay Shetty. It was like, men, like Ori said, men are so scared, men especially, we are so scared to be in our space, in our thoughts, that they did a study where they brought like 50 men in a room, and then they gave them an option that shock yourself with a laser, or spend 10 minutes in yourself, in your thoughts. Victor, out of about 50 men, 48 men decide to shock themselves with a laser. Imagine. That is how bad it is. That people don't want to even spend time in their own thoughts. That's crazy, because it is in a dark place, because there's so many different things. But like, just take charge. Look, the first thing is to take control of your life.
Now I'm gonna ask this question before we go, and Ori. So that's to say, we guys, we don't move on so far.
Like people said, yeah, we don't. No.
And same applies to the ladies. Not all the ladies move.
Not all, but the percentage of the men.
She said that makes sense to me now, because they know how to process things. They've already processed, yeah.
Because everything about women, they know how to give return of double if you give them one. So I'm not going to question whether good or bad, because no matter whether bad, if you give even the bad one, when you give them ingredients to make it, they will make a soup for you. You know, so many things. They'll give you baby, they give you family home, so many. So you just have to know that men, you know, in terms of a communication of our feelings of what we are going through, maybe in a relationship, some of us, we hardly share those things with people.
And we need to learn it.
You understand?
And that is very bad.
But I feel like it's not about it's kind of hard, but you should be, what I can say is that maybe you can have one person. Because you are not going to have 500 people you will be sharing your things with. Just one good person that can be close to you, that can tell you the truth, that you know. Even if you are going to hate the truth, this person is going to tell me the truth. Have that person cheer, you know, move on.
Same as I can't date somebody who doesn't have somebody she respects or fear. I can't marry somebody who you must freedom kills. You must have somebody that you are afraid of, or it may not be fear, that you respect. Somebody that when you only do something, I can say, okay, I'll talk to this person. You need to. Everybody needs to, and it starts from me and you, Vic. Let's not shove ourselves out. When a man comes and wants to talk, let's listen.
And let the guy speak out when you are going through so many things in the relationship that you call your partner.
You turn to
share.
ETV. You start broadcasting your friends things that is passing. I don't know how to put it, but at the end of the day, it's always like that. All right, guys, you already hear what we have to say about this topic. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and leave a comment. Tell a friend to subscribe to Get Your Show. See you in the next episode. It's your boy Victor Chibuzo. Sign out.